Good morning everybody, welcome back to BallySpring. So apologies for the delay between last episode and this episode. It's been a little bit crazy in real life, but we are back. So just a quick recap, we finished off, didn't we? Finished the harvesting on the barley. Straw you can see is still on the field. I think I might have said I'd probably do that off camera, but I haven't. But not going to do that this episode, not too worried about that field just yet. What I would like to do is this big field we got ploughed up last episode needs lime, only in places, but we're going to lime the whole lot and then obviously it'll be done in one go. And we're going to plant the grass in there, so I want to get that done because obviously we're playing 2 days per month. We're March the 2nd. If we don't do it this episode, then we are technically going to lose a growth stage if we don't. Lots of bells in there, we know that. And over on this field, those two fields are looking very cool. I think they might be ready next month as well. We do have weeds in here. There we go, you can just about see them. Horrible weeds. And we do need to give this its second coat of fertilizer. Again, I'd like to do that this episode because we are okay to drive on that at the moment. We can get narrow tyres for this tractor, but if we can just get away with going in there like that, we will. So I'm going to head on up to the store because we're going to buy a couple of things. I'm going to drop off the weights because I'm going to try and be a little bit efficient and bring a couple of things back at the same time. Now with the straw there in that field, and this leads on to one of the things that we're going to be buying, I think with using the telehandler, it's just that little bit too far away from our farm, isn't it, at the moment, to just keep running backwards and forwards with 3 bales on our telehandler. So I'm thinking if we grab ourselves, what way is this guy going to go? I thought they were going to turn up there then. If we grab ourselves a flatbed trailer, bale loader trailer, whoa, he needs to slow down, then we can still unload the bales from the telehandler onto there like that, strap them down, bring them back to the farm. I think that would probably be the best idea. And if we do any other things further down the line, contracts and that, because I would like to do some contracts, I'd like to see a bit more of the map. I just wanted to try and get our farm up and running a little bit quick. So we will be venturing out, don't worry. Right, let's head into here and we will just stop about there. Oh, I keep forgetting about that. We've got that pallet there. Do want to use that up. I know we've got our buy silo thing at the farm, but we're going to use that up. And also this guy, I'm looking forward to using that. So as soon as we're ready to be able to feed cows, we probably will get some cows, I think. So that'd be quite cool, but that can stay there because I hadn't planned for that. But what we're going to buy is, because of the weeds, I'm going to get a sprayer, and I think I'm just going to get something like this that hooks up to the back just for ease. Now it does only hold 1200 litres. I have this downloaded. I really liked using this on FS19, so we're going to buy that. I don't think I'm going to bother with the additional front tank at the moment, because obviously we're quite close to the farm, unless I could put that onto the trailer. I don't know, we might be able to scoop it up. We've got that forklift there, haven't we? Oh, I'm going to put that pallet on there as well. I don't know how we're going to get the pallet off at the other end. Maybe with a telehandler, even if we just push it off. Right, I'm going to buy that. That should give us a decent amount of herbicide. And that probably will only be used for herbicide. But I may change my mind and go down liquid fertilizer. But that tends to be a little bit more expensive. And then we want to go into bale loaders, and I'm going to go for this guy, which I've used before. Very cheap, nice trailer, should be suffice for what we want. Not interested in a spare wheel. Main colour, should we go Massey Ferguson? Keeping it a bit Massey style, aren't we, this farm, as much as we can. Those wheel colours look fine to me. I think that's roughly the same as Massey. 1750. There we go. Right, so what I was planning to do is put that sprayer on the front. We'll then hook up to the trailer. Now, I'm pretty sure, in fact, I'm certain you can get liquids out of that buy silo. I've got water out there before, and I'm pretty sure testing other things, I've got other things out there. I'm sure you can. You can pretty much get anything out of there. I don't know about the new crop types, though, from the premium DLC. I don't know if they're going to be available to be bought out of there. Could always try that. Not that we're going to do those crops, because I've got my series on Zalonka, so we're not going to bother with that. Oh, awesome. Right, now will we... Oh, here we go. We're going to damage this as soon as we've just bought it. Will that go far enough over? I don't think it will it? There's a bit of a gap underneath. Right, will that go? No, this might not work, people. This might not work. Oh, brilliant. What about if not, it'll have to stay down here with the other products we got. What about if we go this way? I'm not even sure if the forklift will handle it, to be honest with you. I'll go a little bit wider. Like I say, I don't know how we're going to get some of this stuff off when we get back to the farm, but it's all fun and games, isn't it? Nope. Right, we'll have one last try from this side. If not, I'll have to come back and get that. That's not going to happen, is it? That is not going to happen. Fork's down too low now. Oh. Okay, they're not going to be happy with me doing that to their tractors, are they? Right. Now I've completely messed that up because I've spun that round too much and we can't get onto the thing. I'm not going to worry about that. Let's sort that out later. I'm going to leave that there for now. We'll put some straps over there. Oh, that's because we've taken some bags off of that pallet that still thinks it's a full pallet. Right, I'm going to head back down to the farm. I probably will come back up and grab that, actually. I don't want to put you through all that again. I'll sort that out. Oh, the dog's in the road. What is happening? I'll bring you back in a moment when we're all ready to go, I think. Success! I have it. I think I'm going to leave that pallet at the moment on that trailer. It's not hurting. And hopefully, like I say, we will be able to get it off at some point. Even if we just push it off with the telehandler, that's fine. Right, tell you what, if I lined up with that, that would be nice. There we go. Right, we should be able to grab ourselves some herbicide from here. He says, oh, hang on, this one, there we go. Open up the little valve. Awesome. Yeah, so we've got the option if we want to do liquid fertilizer. I mean, it would be a little bit cheaper buying it from here than the store itself. There we go, 2,800 litres. That will be plenty, I would have thought, for that field. We do have our little spreader there, so we'll be hooking up to that in a second. Right, let's get this unfolded. Wow. That's quite a decent width, that. I know we could have gone bigger with the base game one, but this one's a bit cheaper. It holds a little bit more as well. Right, well, I'll tell you what, let's get right back in that corner, and then we know we've kind of done that. I'll be checking the map anyway as we go. And with a bit of luck, we might even be able to see, unlike that wall, where we've actually been with the weeds. It all depends on what crop type it is, really. Some of them you can really see when it gets rid of the weeds. It looks really green and a lot better. You can sort of just see the darker bits now, which we've been killing off, which is the main idea. Let's stop that because I'm going to hit the hedge now. This poor old sprayer's been through the mill already and we've only just bought it. Oh wow, look at that. That shows the actual angle of that field. There, the slope. Almost digging into the ground there with the spray, the boom arm thingy-majig. Whoa, look at this going all over the place. It should still be killing them though, it looks like it is. Wow, just goes to show how uneven that field is. Right, we'll zoom around there. Just go round the outside, I think, for now. And like I say, we'll grab our little fertiliser spreader. Then that's this field done. Then we don't have to worry about coming back to that. We'll stop there. Now, actually, whilst we're doing this spraying, I have a little question for you guys. I've seen it before in comments and on Discord, etc., in regards to spraying your field directly after you've planted a crop in there, and then you're not going to get any weeds come through, but that prevents you from getting penalised if you do it that way. So what basically I've read is, now this stage where we've left weeds to grow a little bit, we're going to get penalised for that. Now I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not, so if anyone knows whether that is true, that would be fantastic. Please let me know, because if that is the case, then we will be spraying our fields straight after we've been planted, or they've been planted I should say. So we can see down there we've been along there, that's pretty good. So we'll carry on down in a reasonably straight line. I will check the map as well just to see if we've missed a few bits here and there. But yeah, it just it gets a little bit of a conflict in interest, I think, when it comes about with some people. You either do or you don't. And where I don't do weeds a lot, I'm not 100% sure on that comment or situation. I mean, I was always led to believe that if you get rid of your weeds before they sort of get to the real big growth stage, you're okay. It's when you get to that stage you start getting penalised because you've allowed them to grow fully. But I could be wrong. I mean, if we stop there a moment and jump out, that's saying 71. Yeah, it's a conflict 69, 71. So I just don't know. Oh, let's turn that back on and off we go. So with this working width, it should be a pretty quick job on most of our fields. Obviously those two fields over there, we haven't had to worry about weeds because we ploughed them up, and that's still got the first sort of crop in there. This is the second crop now, I believe. We got sorghum in here before. I think when we started there was wheat in here, wasn't there? And I think we put sorghum in, and now we're putting sorghum in again. So yeah, it's had a few crops in there. I think we did plough after the wheat harvest, but obviously we've had one crop off of that. It's only good to go for the next crop if you've ploughed. Look at those clouds up there, they're weird, aren't they? Very odd looking. Right, but it is a very beautiful day here in Ireland. Nice and sunny. Now I missed a few bits around the outside. We'll probably have to come back for them, I think. Let's see if we can do this in one hit. Should be able to. It's pretty wide. It's wide enough by the look of it. So off we go. I think we're just about covering that. It's looking good. Right, so there's a little bit here and there's some bits there. Right, I'm going to grab those, get those fully done, because I don't want any big weeds sprouting up through. It's going to make the field look horrendous. So I will do those bits. I'll get hooked up to the fertilizer spreader, and then we'll get out and fertilize this. It's going to be a little bit awkward trying to work out where we've been though, but we'll sort it. Right, all hooked up to go. Let's grab the weight, and then we should hopefully be able to grab a bit of fertilizer from this pallet. Awesome, there we go. And like I say, we'll have to just go round roughly, I think, around the outside and see how we get on. I think I'll go around this way. I need to try and remember the actual spread width for this. I think it's pretty good. It doesn't look too bad. And again, we'll check the map, see how we've got on. I'll come back and do that a little bit. I might be able to grab all of that in one pass, I don't know, but hopefully we are looking pretty good. We'll go round like this. There we go. And then just fill in the middle. That is the plan. There was only a tiny few little spots I'd missed. Down in that corner by that big oak tree, it was pretty obvious. You could still see the weeds, but not a problem. Follow this round. Back down into this corner. Like so. Right, let's check that out now. Where are we? Here. So we'll go back. Not too bad. Looks like we might have missed a little bit there, but that might be out of bounds, but I'm not too worried about that. So if we were to go here, maybe. A bit difficult to see, isn't it? Let's just see how we get on with that. Didn't exactly go in a straight line across here, so we should. Might have to just touch these corners up over here. That looks a bit weird there. Yeah, we'll probably just be able to do something like that. Oh, not quite. Still not quite. It must be over this way. Thank you. Okie doke. Right, another thing. I will get this finished. It shouldn't take too long. And then we'll crack on with that seeding, I think. Because that's going to be quite a big job. But it's going to take quite a while. In fact, we'll probably just finish this off actually. Because I can see me having to cut little bits out of the seeding. I'd say that's going to be quite a horrendous job. But it's got to be done. My own fault for making a big field like that, but the main reason why I did it is because that's always going to be a grass field for us, and we're going to need quite a lot of grass with the animals. Obviously the sheep and the goats are going to take it, the cows are going to need hay for part of the TMR, so we are always going to need it. But I will not be making any more fields bigger or expanding or anything like that. We will be keeping it all as is now in terms of fields. Might be taking down a few more trees here and there though. We'll see how we get on. Like I said before, that field over there, the barley field, with the trees that are in and amongst that side, we do own part of that, and I can't see that there's going to be much use for that part of land, so we may do some more wood chips further down the line. Oh, didn't want to zoom out there. That's a tiny little spot. I can't leave things like that, guys. I've got to get it. It just plays on my mind otherwise. Needs to be right. I don't know if that bit is part of our field. It has got it. Right, looking good. Just this bit over here and then tiny little strip there. Kind of miss. That's my own fault because I didn't really go straight, did I? I don't know if we'll get this all in one go, but I'm going to try. Spin around like that now. No is the answer. So a little bit probably about there. Awesome. I know it seems like we're wasting it, but it's not really using a great deal. Right, if we try and go straight like that, that should cover it easily. There we go. And just that little bit there, I think, in front of the entrance to this field. Right, with a bit of luck, that is all of it. Right, that is good. I'm happy with that. That should now say 100%. We are only showing 98 though. See, I wonder if that is to do with the weeds then, because I did mulch, I think, didn't we? In fact, we should be able to tell with this. Yes, we did mulch. We did roll, because there's that tiny little spot there. If I hit that, I must have missed that little bit. Oh, so I'm not quite sure why that oh, there we go, 100%. Might have just needed time to kick in. Oh no, 93, 95. That's got to be the weeds, isn't it? It's got to be. Right, anyway, that's enough wondering about things like that. Let's grab our seeder. Probably need to top this up as well. Yeah, so with a bit of luck we can grab some of this pallet as well again. That's eventually gonna get rid of that pallet. Awesome. But I'll probably take those straps off. They don't need to be like that. Right, plenty of that, and we'll try and grab some seed from here. Which one is it? There we go. It's that. Surely it's not that front tank. Right, unfold. We'll put that over to grass. Oh no, 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 we are getting too far ahead of ourselves here. I haven't limed it yet, have I? How silly of me. Right, and I've probably put that seeder in completely the wrong place. It's going to be in the way, because we are probably going to get through this lime a fair bit. There's a bit in there, we'll fill up. I might just be able to squeeze through that gap. But these now are jobs that are going to take me quite a while, so I don't expect to keep you in. I think even a time lapse is probably going to be a bit too long. We'll see. So you'll either see a time lapse or a little bit of jump cutting here, guys. But we will get this field limed up, and then we should be good to go. Let's get right in that corner, and we'll go round like this and miss things. We'll come back for these bits, don't worry about that. Just want to try and get in the corners as much as we can. There we go. Oh, we're spraying next door, I think. And we're missing bits. Right, we've got this little bit left to do, and then we'll hook back up to the seeder. Now we know what we're doing. That took quite a while though, 2 trips over to fill this back up. So it's taken a fair bit of lime as well, but I think we are done. I think these little spots here and here is because I haven't ploughed right up to the edges there, so it is what it is. We're just going to leave that, I think. But the fact that it's just going to be grass is okay, I think. It's not a problem. We will put this back where it lives. I think it goes through lime a bit quick, this spreader, but we know lime goes down quite quick anyway, but because we're not too far from home, it's not too much of a problem. Right, this tractor is getting really filthy as well, so at the end of the day we'll give that a good spruce off. Let's hook back up to this. There we go, unfold. We're already on grass because we did that. We should get this done without having to refill. Maybe the fertilizer, but we'll see. And again, this is going to take me quite a while, but we'll get quite a bit done. We're going at a pretty good working speed, and we will try and get as close up into the corners and the hedges as we can, because at the end of the day it's grass, so it doesn't matter. It's going to look alright. Oh, we've got a few different shades there, but that's okay. That's just where it's been ploughed, I think. So like I say, we'll get right round in these corners, tight as we can get, and then once it all grows, it's going to all blend in, hopefully, with all this grass in and around the hedges. Obviously our grass is going to be a lot more better than the stuff that's already there. Right, looking good. Hopefully this will pull this seeder up this hill alright. I've checked the horsepower. The seeder's 200 and obviously we've got 280, but it probably will struggle a little bit. The back wheels are going a little bit. This is a very steep slope though. I'm missing a little bit there. This is another reason why this really should stay as grass, because trying to get a harvester up and around here is going to be a bit iffy, I think, as well. So get back in that corner. We'll do a lap round, we'll have a quick look, see what it looks like, and obviously we are getting some fertiliser on there. In some of these areas, as we know, some of it needed ploughing, some needed lime, some needed fertiliser, but if we're doing it all in one hit, it's all going to be done in the best way possible, and we shouldn't have to do it for a little while after that. Right, we're getting a bit of speed up now, we're going downhill. This is going to be one big grass field though. So it could be a case of splitting it up, not in terms of splitting the field up, I don't want to do that, but I mean doing kind of half of it as hay, half as silage, depending on what we're needing as we move forward. We did get quite a few silage bales off of this field though before we did all the ploughing up and that. So it is hay that we're after at the moment, but like I say, we can get that off of that field over there, wherever it is. And I think we'll get a reasonable amount off of that, but we can always grab some more off of here when it's grown. So we will need to get some form of tedder, windrower, etc. But we can look into that when the time comes. Right, I'm just going to miss that a little bit, I think. Okay, let's lift that up and go over here out of the way for a moment. So that's saying needs rolling, so I probably will do that off camera because that's another big job and you've seen me doing that before. Grass, as you can see, it's starting to fill itself in now. It's going to be just green everywhere in a moment, and it's growing, we know. And if we turn rolling off, we are getting a second stage in some places, so we will have to whiz over this. So these little darker areas here where the hedgerows were, we're going to only get one stage on there, so we will need to go back over that with the spreader. But it might just be a case of just picking out the spots instead of going all over the whole field, because that's just going to be a waste of fertilizer then. Just this little triangle left and we are done. It wasn't too bad. Tractor was struggling a bit on that hill, but we got there in the end. We'll have a look at the map in a second. Just grab that little spot there. Right, let's fold that up. We'll get out of the way so we can look at it a lot better. But I think we are done. And to be fair, we haven't used a lot of seed or fertilizer. So there we go, we're in the growing chart. Just lots of green. But the fertilizer one looks pretty cool now, doesn't it? Looks like some sort of spider web. So we should just get away with doing these strips and this little bit here. But I probably will do that before the start of the next episode. Also needs rolling, which I will do. Well, in a moment, I guess. So there we go. Right, let's give this a quick wash off, all of it, and I think that'll do us for today. Finished just in time for sort of lunch, really, haven't we? So it has got absolutely filthy, the tractor and the seeder, as you can imagine. Just wondering, I think there's probably too much on that pallet. I was just wondering if we could get rid of that pallet by filling the seeder back up with the fertilizer, but I don't think there's... I think there's too much, sorry, over there. So I'm not going to worry. I may get those bales done as well before you come back in for the next episode, but we'll see. Right, that looks a lot better to me. Awesome. So there we go. I think we'll leave it there for that episode, guys. Quite a bit done, all jobs that need doing, and we've bought some new equipment as well. So I hope you have all enjoyed it. If you have, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That'd be awesome. And don't forget to smash the bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.